quality.
If James Gunn gets Batman the Brave and the Bold, the Batgirl's coming right after.
We do a TV show, sure.
If she was in that movie.
Okay, this is from my next topic
Well,
here.
no, she's gonna be in that movie. Every Bat family member is gonna be in that movie.
Let's see. The Lanterns.
Okay, this is about the Lanterns.
No,
They're
he's too
saying
old.
production begins January 2025 in Atlanta, eyeing a notable name for Hal Jordan. Now, Nicotina Network was in here earlier, okay, and he was saying it's not going to be Glen Powell.
Tom Cruise.
He said he said he wants someone a little bit older, but I would argue that Glen Powell is just a little slightly older than the other castings, but not so old.
I already know who it is.
You know who it is?
I do.
Am I right with Glen Powell?
I have been saying this for months. You can bookmark this for later. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm telling you right now.
Jake?
No,
speak, Anthony.
It's
Jared Leto.
Telling you.
That's
Let's
never happened.
call it now. Like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's most likely going to be Bradley Cooper.
That makes
Bradley
sense.
Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Because
I like
about
Bradley Cooper. But no,
well, I mean, he was
right now,
offered Lex Luthor and he turned it down.
Well, I think because of the way this show is going to operate, where it's Hal Jordan is the lead for this show, but he's not necessarily the lead going forward. It's going to be Jon Stewart. The show operates to kind of have Hal pass the torch to Jon Stewart in a lot of ways. I think Bradley Cooper, he'd be in a prime HBO show with really good talent. I think he'd be on board for it. And he's worked with James Gunn before, obviously as Rocket Raccoon in the past.
He's after an Oscar right now,
and he fits the age range what they're looking for.
I agree with
Bradley Cooper.
I agree with what Perp is saying, that he's like moved to another category in his entertainment career that he's directing.
I think for James
a lot
Gunn,
of Oscars,
James Gunn, he'd do it.
I think
a lot of Oscar actors go to HBO as
Anthony,
well.
let Perp speak. Go ahead, Perp.
No, I think a show though, a full commitment show. I don't think so. I think he's got a taste for directing.
But realize though, he would be Hal Jordan, I think, for this show, and then occasionally every now and again. But the main Green Lantern is going to be Jon Stewart. It won't be Hal.
Well, here's why I have to talk about this now. If this is accurate, this is the next thing that's going into production under James Gunn. There was also the stories about Glen Powell suddenly following James Gunn, Andy Muschietti, and some other DC execs. He said he hasn't wanted to really play a superhero character, but one that matches so closely to his Maverick character too. Because he made his debut. That's where one of his biggest roles was Maverick, and then now Twisters. Glen Powell is a big name. I want to look up his age now. What's everyone's thoughts? I really think it's going to be Glen Powell. So I'll put a poll in the chat. RJ thinks it's Bradley Cooper. Anyone else have some ideas about who would be? Because I think this is the next casting you're going to get from James Gunn DC Studios.
I mean, they're going to go with the big name. The idea.
How do you know that?
Because of when it started production.
Have they gone with the big name so far? What's the biggest name James Gunn? What's the biggest name James Gunn has casted so far?
HBO always go with the
Nicholas Hoult
for the shows. Nicholas
Hoult. You think that's the biggest name?
Well, no, I'm saying that for this specific project, they're looking to cast Hal as a big name.
If Nicholas Hoult is the biggest name, then he's not casting big
names.
Well,
I don't think every project is going to be casting big name actors. That's not the goal.
Maybe none of them are.
I think certain characters, certain projects, they will cast a bigger name actor. Like I think Batman will probably be a somewhat recognizable.
Yeah, Batman will be a bigger actor.
I think.
Why do you guys think that? I see his Superman casting.
That's been the pattern.
That's been the pattern for Batman in the past. I mean,
this is James Gunn. No, guys, it's a totally different.
Anthony, you got to let Perp finish this sentence.
Guys, I think James Gunn is trying to do trying to get these characters, see people see these characters as these characters. In order to do that, I think he's going to be doing a lot of fresh faces and lesser known actors, or more mid tier. I think that's his whole take for the whole universe. I think that's his take for the whole universe.
Clarify, I think for the most part, 90% of the time, it's going to be lesser known actors, character actors, or up and comers. But I do think for select characters, for certain projects, they will cast a bigger name. But also,
why didn't he do that for Superman?
because I think with Superman, he was looking for the best actor for the part. I think he was looking for someone who, because if Superman's kind of like the anchor.
Because he literally could have done the exact because Snyder did the same thing with Henry Cavill. He could have done the exact opposite if he wanted to get against, like, do the complete opposite of what Snyder did. But I think his take is literally fresh faces for everyone.
You got to keep in mind that David also auditioned for Adam Warlock in Guardians 3. So James Gunn already liked him from there and got him from Superman. He still had audition. He still had to re-audition with James Gunn to do it with Rachel, but he's like, oh, I like it. Sure, let's.
Well, I think also too. I think because Superman's going to be such a pivotal character in the universe for obvious reasons, it makes sense to go with the lesser name who would be more willing to participate in animation, video games, voiceover work, movies.
That's a big commitment.
It is. It is a big
and we do know Glen Powell at least has been signing on to a lot of projects lately. Maybe too many projects to do this.
Well, he's been on the record though that the only superhero he wants to play is Batman. That's the only role that interests him.
And knowing WB, which they like big name actors for Batman, because WB is gonna have an say in Batman as well. They're gonna cast somebody big.
Anyone else have any other suggestions of, because I'm putting a poll out for Hal Jordan, Bradley Cooper, Glen Powell, anyone else? Should I put Tom Cruise in there? People think, I don't think Tom Cruise.
No, I think Tom Cruise, he has that deal signed with Warner Brothers Pictures. He's going to be working with them for the foreseeable future. I could see him popping up in one of these things, but I don't think
I could see him popping up in
I don't think it'd be for a character that's going to be like in a ton of roles or movies or whatever. It'd be a one-off.
Oh, and I want to respond to Bruce. He's too old. He's 35. That's the perfect age for Hal Jordan. Even if you're going a little bit older. 35, come on, that's not too old.
Well, the idea for this show though is that Hal's the veteran Green Lantern.
I think he was talking about Bradley Cooper, not Glen Powell.
Oh, okay.
Well, either way though, the idea of the Lantern show is that they're doing the buddy cop dynamic where Hal's the older veteran showing his younger partner John Stewart the ropes. That's the dynamic between those two. Mentor and student, kind of.
Imagine Jason Eccles.
Fourth says Powell is still not a big name. He had 3 successful movies. One he wasn't a lead in, but like the success of Twisters really proves they thought it was a dead franchise. Honestly,
yeah, I think
they've been trying to do that.
He's not a big name yet, but I feel like the path is there.
He's there. He's on his way.
And his next 3 movies are remakes.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
And he seems like the next it guy, the right age, the right physique, the right amount of comedic stuff too, because he's getting some big, like the next big one he's doing is Running Man with Edgar Wright, which sounds amazing. Remake. Yep. He's getting a lot of there's a lot of buzz around Glen Powell.
And his next movie after that, a remake. So he's doing like 2 remakes so far.
I mean, we'll see. They're most likely going to start casting this by probably
by the end of this year.
Well, I'll put Chris Pratt because someone said Chris Pratt. I don't think Chris Pratt has the. I know he's $1 billion Chris Pratt, but I don't know if he will get that in live action anymore. He does it in voice acting and other things. He's Chris Pratt now.
He does do TV shows,
Jurassic movies, all 3 of those.
Yeah, but when he started, he's now 45. Would you get Chris Pratt? That's going to be 45 after a few years when this actually comes out. He's going to be closer to 50.
No.
I don't know.
No, I don't.
I would probably get him for some. I know he's going to pop up somewhere.
Yeah,
but honestly, I do think that. What's your thoughts on this, Perp? Because James Gunn likes to cast some of the people he's worked with before, but for the main roles, he likes to find people. He likes to be that person. Like, I found a diamond in the rough. Like these actors or actresses, and make them famous. That's what he's known for too. Besides making like Guardians of the Galaxy a AAA franchise, he also likes to find talent.
Well, I wanted to mention something really quick though. He did say though that the casting for a lot of this stuff is going to be left up to the individual directors and creatives involved with the shows or projects or movies. So the reason he cast Supergirl is because Supergirl is going to be in his Superman movie, right? But the Lanterns creatives are going to have a lot of say on who they would like to join to be in their show, right? Who, I mean, obviously has to be, proved, but the idea is that the Lanterns creatives are going to come up with the actors that they would like to audition, and then it'll be a process.
I think when it comes to James Gunn, I don't know if it's like an ego thing. I think it helps with immersion. It might have been something that he learned in the horror genre, in a lot of these horror films, you got a lot of fresh faces, and it helps with the immersion. It helps with audience connecting with character. It's like, oh, that's not Julia Roberts. That's not Bruce Willis, and I think he might, be taking a play out of that. Now, within that, it's also really cool to have because I thought for a while it would have been awesome if Tom Cruise is Kal-El. Not Cal. What's the dad's Jor-El? Sorry, right? The dad's name is Jor-El.
Jor-El.
Yeah, I thought it would have been cool too. And I think if you have like Hollywood stars have like with this certain patina having like this almost mentorship role to fresh faces, I think that also gives a type of immersion for audiences. This is just my theory. I don't think it's an egotistical thing so much as oh, I need to find a fresh face. I want to make that person famous. I think it's to help audience immersion.
Also, you have to keep in mind the showrunner, Damon Loff. He also likes working with the same people as well. So, maybe he probably would get one of his actors to play one of these characters, and also, maybe an actor that will play other Lanterns as well, because you had to have Kilowog, Tom and Ray, and others as well. You just can't have both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Well, Joe
and Sinestro as well.
Joe has joined us. Joe, I know Green Lantern's very important to you, right?
Yeah, my second favorite DC character after Booster Gold.
Okay, so the talk is that production's going to start in January in Atlanta. So I think this is a pretty easy rumor to be accurate because they block down the locations. It's very easy for them to find this out. So we're probably going to be getting a Hal Jordan soon. We went over, if you look at the chat, there's a poll. I think Glen Powell would be a great Hal Jordan. Although people like RJ said that he said if there's one hero he would want to be, it's Batman and Bruce. Other people have said, what was your Bradley Cooper? And
yeah, I could see. Well, someone in the chat said Alden Ehrenreich. I could see that him
Chris
being
Pratt,
Jordan as well.
Tom Cruise. What's your thoughts on this? Is the next project that's coming together for DC Studios? How important is Green Lantern, Joe? And is there anyone you would like to see, or do you like to be surprised by casting? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts.
Although that's right, you didn't see Twisters. You didn't see. What did you see, Glen Powell? Did you see Maverick? Awesome.
Awesome.
What are we saw the TV glow?
I'm still open to watching that. I don't know. With Perp, when are we going to do a watch party of your episode? We could do that soon. I'd like to have.
I wanted to do that in October, a Halloween thing.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Yes, we'll do a watch party and prepare questions for Perp. If you can, we'll set that up. I'm not going to watch it ahead of time. Then I'm going to review Evil Dead. I think I'm going to finally watch it this weekend.
You should have got the mask, bro.
Cool.
What?
No.
The mask. It was.
I don't like that movie.
Man,
I never seen it.
Copy.
I wasn't.
You don't like the mask? The Jim Carrey one?
Yeah.
Come on, get that. It was only $2. You should have got this.
I didn't have money to get what I got. I made choices. I made hard choices there. I actually want to go back.
I have a hot take about that movie, The Mask.
I actually want to go back and sell my other copy of Evil Dead and get a better copy because that box was crisp. The first one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to upgrade my copy. Yeah, they sold their whole collection. Yeah. So, I don't know what happened to Joe.
You happen to see Scarface. That's a masterpiece.
I think his internet might have cut out.
Have you guys been seeing though that all the merchandise for Superman is sold out on the DC websites?
Well, I can get it from WB website, so I'm lucky.
Well,
you see a lot of that Acolyte merchandise selling out? Anyone see that?
No. Well, yeah.
No? It actually just recently hit the bargain bin.
Oh.
James Gunn tweeted out the Hot Topic link for the Superman merch. Who's getting a Superman shirt, the new one? Joe, are you getting one?
I tried to buy one today, but they were sold out of my size.
Go to WB website. Go to WB website.
No, like the Superman T-shirts and hats are sold out on the DC website. There's some T-shirts at Hot Topic. They're not of the same quality as the official DC one.
Oh,
but those
go
are
on
also
eBay. That's
selling
for
out as
$25.
well. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, overall, the merchandise for this movie is selling out like crazy already.
That's good. That's great.
Going Acolyte, huh?
Well, no, that hit the bargain bin.
You're lying.
I'm down because the mask sold out quicker than any Star Wars merchandise.
Here's some other casting news, or I mean, some other claims because he's been campaigning hard for this. I like this actor, Alan Rickson.
Alan
Rickson.
Richson from. It's unclear how DC interested DC Studios is, though. So the rumors that I've heard about the Batman casting, if it's accurate, I don't know if they're actually trying to cast Batman. I do think that Green Lantern's coming together. Batman the Brave and the Bold. I'm not so sure.
They might start production both by next year.
Because I
just don't.
I mean, if I were to guess,
I want it to happen. I just don't.
I mean, if I were to guess, I'd say Batman would probably be the next movie to enter production. Because right now you've got
both of them.
So,
what about Supergirl?
Well, I was going to say.
That starts shooting by the end of this year.
I was about to explain. Okay. So next up, Peacemaker season 2 is filming right now. Supergirl is going to film this fall. Lanterns is going to shoot early next year. Mm-hmm. Then probably the Booster Gold TV show in the spring or the summer. Probably the next movie to go into production would be Batman, probably at the end of next year.
No, but the Batman 2 is going into production.
But that's going in production early 2025.
Yeah, I'm talking about Andy Batman movie.
Are you sure?
No.
Anyone see Clayface in the Penguin trailer? No one pointed it out?
No, I didn't see
No one?
that.
Okay.
Talking about the female Clayface?
Yep, female Clayface was in.
From the comics.
The reason I'm skeptical about them actually casting Batman and Batman the Bat and the Bold, I consistently doubt it. I consistently doubt it because I don't know how they're going to make it easy on the public to have 2 Batman movies at the same time. I'm fine for it.
They're just going to be completely different.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll be happy to take the L. It's just like, the Batman 2 is going into production.
I mean, Batman is one of the most pivotal characters in all of DC. I mean, they have to do something with them sooner rather than later.
And
they're doing like 4 movies with them.
I would think they'd focus on the other stuff like Green Lantern, Booster Gold.
Well, they are. That's what I'm saying. This Batman movie wouldn't be
first, and then by the time the Batman gets to the end of the trilogy, they're like, okay, Batman the Brave and the Bold.
No, they're going to be moving way sooner than that.
Okay, I'll be happy to be wrong. If they accomplish that, I'll say you win, James Gunn. I'll say, wow, you did it.
Well, because Batman is such a popular character that you can have. I mean, look. I mean, for example, right? You have Batman Caped Crusader that's out right now. I know it's animated, but still, like, Batman as a character is one of the rare exceptions to where it's like, it's fine. Like, if 2 concurrent versions are going on, if they're different enough stylistically, which they're going to be, I think it's going to be fine, honestly.
So what they're saying right now about the Batman casting is the scoopers now are saying this, Joe. So I like to cover rumors, but they're saying they're looking. They said they were already talking to Jensen Ackles, but it didn't work out. Who knows if that's accurate? And then Alan Richson has said he's been campaigning to be Batman. But he is slightly older, too, and not as popular as Jensen Ackles. He's also been in DC before as Dove in Titans.
You mean Hawk?
I'm sorry, Hawk, yes.
Yeah.
Hawk in Titans. And the other one was Glen Powell. This is the other one that Glen Powell. I'd actually think Glen Powell's better as Hal Jordan than Batman, personally. If they even go Glen Powell. But I will be shocked if they get Batman the Brave and the Bold rolling. I'll be like, wow, you did it, man. That's everyone except Wonder Woman that I'm expecting for the Justice League,
I mean, again, Batman is such a pivotal character. This project's going to move sooner than you think. I feel like this will probably be the next big movie to go into.
Man, I'm worried Andy's going to cast a damn Latino. I like Andy, bro, but he's allergic to casting like his, no, bro.
Oh my God.
What?
No, bro. This is me. Just me. I'm not. If people on social media worry as well.
I don't know about that, Anthony. I haven't even thought about that. What's your thoughts on Batman the Brave and the Bold, Joe?
I hope he cast Chow Yun-Fat as Batman. Piss everyone off.
You know, that would be crazy, actually. I could see him as a villain. I could see him as a Batman villain.
Honestly, this is my least anticipated of DC Studios because we've been getting so much Batman. That's great. I'm just like, okay.
The Andy one, that one is all the way at the bottom.
Where does this rank on your anticipation, Joe, for James Gunn's DC Studios projects?
It's one of the top ones.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's Andy Muschietti. I always go with
that's right, the Flash.
Yeah, so this is probably, I mean, I love Superman. This is probably number 2 after Superman. But I trust James Gunn. I trust Andy Muschietti, but I would be really disappointed if Alan Ritchson was cast.
Oh, really?
I was watching him in the Ungentlemanly Warfare. He's just all wrong for Batman. He's too built. He's too muscular. And that's not the kind of guy who's going to blend in as Bruce Wayne.
He would have probably, if they didn't go with Ben Affleck back in the day, he'd probably be good for Batman.
Well, I've been saying too, if they want to do another,
that's kind of Batman.
If they want to do another Shazam, I think Alan Ritchson would be great. Shazam.
No, we got our Shazam.
He's not.
We don't know what the take is. That's why I find it kind of funny. Of like, who's the best Batman? Is
bro,
Zachary's
going
to be on the Batman.
Zachary's having
different versions of Batman.
Zachary's having a mental breakdown after his flop.
Well, actually, I do think Joe's right. You can't get a Batman that's more built than Superman in this universe.
You can't.
I think you can, but I think it would be a mistake.
Why?
Superman. Keep in mind, Superman doesn't need to be built. Superman doesn't need muscles.
That's a good juxtaposition.
Yeah, but Superman does not.
The hell out of the big guy.
Superman doesn't need muscles because Superman doesn't get his power from muscle. He gets his power from the sun. It's the Earth's you could have the wimpiest guy on Krypton is going to be Superman on Earth.
Gary, I like that Terminator. Absolutely, I would love to. They're saying that John Cena might be the next Terminator, but he would be a great Terminator.
What, like a new movie?
Yeah, they're developing another Terminator movie, and they're saying John Cena.
Since when was this?
I mean, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. I didn't fact check everything. I don't fact check everything on Twitter.
We know.
But it's not that. It's not that as far stretched to think they're making another Terminator project. But what? Okay, so Joe says it's at the top of his list. So let's go down. Let's get to Lottie next after me. I would say this is the bottom of my list of DC Studios projects, not because I don't like Batman. It's just we've had so much great Batman that I want to see. Honestly, Wonder Woman ranks ahead of this.
But you've never seen a Bat family in live action before.
And this isn't to bring up the debate about Gal coming back or not. I want to see how DC Studios treats Wonder Woman. I want to see how they treat all the other characters. So that Batman the Brave and the Bold is at the bottom of my list of DC Studios projects. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, it's a top because we haven't had a great live action. Hal Jordan, we had a decent one. I think it was good, but not great.
Which one?
Ryan Reynolds was okay. It wasn't horrible, like everyone said. Okay. There was problems with it, but all the other characters in the Justice League or in the universe of DC Studios, there's a lot that haven't been given a fair shake. And Wonder Woman got her shine for sure, but only 2 movies, and then so that's my top of my list. Taladia, where would Batman the Brave and the Bold rank for you as projects? And then we'll get Perp, and then and then Anthony. Go ahead, Perp or Taladia. Sorry.
I think Batman Brave and the Bold probably be maybe after Superman, I would say, in ranking because there's several reasons behind that, in my opinion. The first reason, of course, it being Batman is still the most popular IP, but like Superman is getting launched off. So if I was James Gunn's shoes, I'd be like, okay, what's the next big thing for DC that after what's it called? After Superman and Supergirl, Batman. So it has to be the next big project to be announced. Now, I think who I would like to play Batman, I think Alan Richardson would do a good thing, but he's little bit too old for the role.
He's not as exciting as like getting a Cornsweat. Cornsweat's a young up and comer.
You need someone.
Alan Richards kind of like revitalized career toward as he gets older, but he's not like an up and comer.
Max, you need someone that's somebody that's good established. For example, a really good actor. I would say an actor that would like to play Batman, I think, would be Tyler Hoechlin. He said.
Oh no, they're not gonna get Tyler Hoechlin right after Superman and Lois. I mean, it's not impossible.
He did say he wants to play that villain.
You only watch DC movies and stuff, huh? Or shows.
I mean, I like him.
You know me.
Just transfer him around.
What is this? We don't want to just have actors play different characters all the time.
No, but the thing is, but
he wants to play villain.
The thing is, he's the right age, right? I mean, it might be an unknown actor, but I doubt it because
I'll get to it, CJH. Yeah,
it's Batman. You need someone big. You need someone that knows the character, that knows how to play a portrayal of a Batman that will have a family around him. So you're gonna have Robin, remember? You're gonna have Damian Wayne. So you got to think about it like that, right? So you've got to think about it to the point where somebody that knows what family is like, right? So that's why, like, when that interview, Tyler Hoechlin said, I would love to play Batman or something, that'd be really cool. I was like, you know what? He could do it because I could see like the hair and the eyes. You could just imagine him playing Batman. But the Jensen Ackles also was basically put to the side. Another really good actor, I would say, if Glen Powell isn't going to be Hal Jordan, maybe play Batman. Give him a chance.
Well, I don't like that at all. Hold on a second. I was checking. I want to get the perp. I was thinking about because you're next in line. You're under Joe and Taladia. But I was also thinking that the reason that it would go higher on my list is just that getting Batman the Brave and the Bold out there is the gateway to the Bat family and getting Batgirl back. So then I'm like, okay, considering that the Bat family is coming with Batman the Brave and the Bold, that makes it more anticipated for me. But just Batman on his own, I could take it or leave it, honestly. But considering the Bat family, so Perp, where does Batman the Brave and the Bold rank on your upcoming wants for the DC studios? And what James Gunn's doing over there, what he's been cooking so far.
I'm more excited for. I'm not even excited. I don't know because I don't see anything. I get excited for trailers and teasers and stuff. So,
but they have said there's going to be the Bat family characters.
If Batgirl's there, that'd be awesome. I'd be really excited. Sure.
Batgirl should die in the first one.
Sure, but she's barely gonna do anything. It's still gonna be like
she's gonna die, and she's gonna die.
They're not gonna.
The Joker's gonna shot her in the.
No, so she just won't walk for a little bit.
Yeah, she's not gonna walk.
Maybe she'll be like that's the thing. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. She's probably gonna be Oracle and Brave and the Bold.
Because what James said that
I'm not hyped for it. I'm honestly not.
Like if James said Batman's gonna be older, he's probably gonna be 40.
I'm more hyped for Supergirl, if anything.
And then bro, she's probably gonna be Joker already shot her in the legs, or the torso, whatever it was when she got shot.
Henry Golding, Idris Elba.
How about Gary Green?
They will never accept a black man as Batman. The backlash you will get from that. Maybe as James Bond, but not as Batman.
I think the audience would accept that people are going to complain online, but they already do.
Yeah, he'll make Alfred do that.
Maybe you could have him as Alfred.
Shut up, Bruce. I've been working on my physique.
I mean, he does have a point. You could literally
calories today.
If Idris Elba can't play Bloodsport again, I think it could be really cool as Mr. Fox. Luke.
I want to see Bloodsport come back.
Lucas. Lucius Fox. Yeah, Lucius.
Yes.
How about Robert Downey Jr.?
Batman will Batgirl will
No,
die and Batman will do a tax.
he's locked in with
Just cast Robert Downey Jr. I hear he likes complex characters.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, when it comes to this movie, I'm interested in it because I love the Bat Family. I want to see how they handle. We haven't seen Robin in live action in a movie since Batman and Robin. Put that in perspective.
No, we have.
I got him on my
Batgirl.
I got Robin on my shirt.
So I'm saying, like, it's been so long since we've gotten a Robin.
Well, you sure? What about
shirt,
Dark Knight Rises?
This is my Shazam 2 shirt. This is the very shirt that Freddie Freeman wore in Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that shirt.
That kid.
What? I should play the Condiment King for my Big Mac.
Oh, wow.
Thanks a lot, Cheeseman.
But no, in all seriousness, though, like, I feel like this movie has a lot of potential. I'm looking forward to it. I think
every movie
Batman
has a lot of
is a
potential.
crucial part of the DCU and its success. So this movie is going to be really important. So.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Every
that
movie's
would be.
important,
I actually like that one for.
He likes to be called Joey G. His friends call him Joey G.
Joseph Gordon is a funny guy. He would be good as Batman. I don't know if he would do another superhero role after Dark Knight Rises, but he was good.
He didn't even get to tied up.
Hey guys, I need your help making a decision, and I got to decide right now. Should I take off right now and go see Trap? I have a ticket.
Oh, the new Shyamalan movie?
Yeah, I have a ticket. It's just I don't.
You should go see Twisters.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, go see Trap.
Go see Twisters.
Yeah,
go see
Trap. Your ticket. I mean,
here's the thing, though.
Please don't leave.
You love Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's got Josh Hartnett in it.
I knew
so
it.
it's like,
Why you
it's like
hate Josh? He's a good ass actor.
Yeah. So it's like, okay,
he's better than that bomb ass Zachary.
He was the bomb in H2O.
Philly's own M. Night Shyamalan, but then we got Josh Hartnett. So I don't know.
Have you ever seen the Black Collar?
I mean, go see it.
We have this is a record-breaking MME live. We have 16 viewers. Joe, you can't leave.